Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Brave Kids Art Club. My name is Brad and I am so excited that you guys decided to draw with me. This is always the highlight of my day. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Now the animal we're going to be drawing today is one that my son has been bugging me to draw ever since I started Brave Kids Art Club. I'm not sure why I'm just getting around to it now, but he was very adamant that I draw this animal, and I'm actually really excited to because it's a real fun animal to draw. So let me give you a few hints on which animal we're going to draw. This animal is an herbivore, but pretty much eats anything, including garbage. It has a great sense of balance, and baby versions of these are called kids. Do you know which animal we're drawing today? That's right, we're gonna be drawing a goat. Ever since my son saw a video of a goat screaming online, it's been his favorite animal, and I can't blame him. It's actually really funny. Have your parents look it up with you. Screaming goats, they sound like people yelling, and it's pretty darn funny. So anyway, let's make sure we have everything we need to get started, and let's go. Alrighty, make sure you have a clean sheet of paper out. You'll need a pencil, a sharpened pencil, and an eraser of some kind, because we're gonna do a lot of sketching. We're gonna make some mistakes. That's why we're doing it with a pencil before we go to our more permanent solution, which is our dark marker or pen that we're gonna do for all of our outlining. And then at the very end, we're gonna do some coloring. And goats come in all types of colors and different markings, so it's gonna be a lot of fun there. All right, let's start with our sketch. Goats' bodies, I noticed, kind of look like jelly beans. I noticed this after drawing them multiple times, and it kind of looks like a jelly bean. So we're gonna start with the jelly bean shape, and we're gonna do that by doing like a little U shape right here. And then we're gonna do the rest of the bean shape right out here. Now it's gonna not be perfect right away, and that's fine. We'll make some changes. That's why we're using a pencil, so we can make our mistakes. There we go, so we round it off and it kind of dents in right there on the side. All right, so let's do a circle over here for the head. Now, maybe the head needs to be a little bit bigger than that. Probably that big. Now let's do the top right here. Let's go on the outside and connect it right about here, where that bean starts to make that curve from the side to the indent right here on the top. We'll do a little line right there. And let's do another line right here for the other part of the neck. We'll do that right about here. Right about there. Okay, so for the top of the head, we're gonna kind of do this shape. We're gonna just go straight down. We're gonna go for that curve from the top, and we're just gonna have it go straight down like that, right there. And then we're gonna bring it in a little bit right there. Make that look a little nicer in a minute, but let's do a little smiley face first. Do a little smiley face. We got a happy goat. And then we're gonna do the one underneath it. They kind of have an underbite. That means, how do you do that? Yeah, that means their teeth from the bottom kind of go forward and their front teeth go backwards. A little bit of an underbite. You wanna know why? It's because they only have teeth on the bottom. They don't have teeth on the top. They have like, what do they call it, like a dental plate. It's really strong and they can crush food against it, but they don't have teeth up on the top. That's why they get that big lower jaw stick out with their teeth, the big teeth at the bottom. It looks kind of funny. All right, so we are going to, if you want to add those teeth in here, you could totally add some fun little teeth. All right, so I'm going to draw the bottom of that jaw right there, and then I'm going to have it go back maybe just right here. We'll have it kind of go back like this. Let's see, what else are we going to do? Oh, let's do the nose. Let's do the nose while we're here. So kind of like this shape. It's not an exact science on what that nose looks like. I'm gonna kind of do like a rounded off triangle there. Let's add the horns and things before I add too many details, because maybe the size is wrong. So I'm gonna do the horns on the top of the head. I'm gonna give them big horns on the top, because those are always fun to draw. There we go. And have those come down like that. And then I'll draw another one behind it, a little bit shorter because it's in the background. Like that. Maybe we'll add let's add the ear right here. Let's add a big ear. But first, let's erase some of this. Let's erase some of this line work in the head. It's getting a little messy, especially here on the shoulder. We gotta make those connect a little better. There we go. Now, we left a little bit of spot right there underneath the chin because I wanna do the big goatee. That's the beard that kind of hangs down on your goats. That's on the billy goats. Those are the boy goats, the male goats. They got the horns and the beard. So we'll add that under there. So something like that. Doesn't have to be exact, just kind of have something hanging right there underneath the neck. That's why when you see people that have everything else shaved except for this part right here, it's called a goatee. Alrighty, let's draw the big eyeball on here. And they have very fascinating eyeballs. If you look at their pupils, now we're gonna draw the pupil somewhat normal. When I say normal, I mean just like how our human eyes are, which is round, is how our pupils are, like this. I'm gonna have them looking back over here. So they have a rectangular pupil, and you know what that means? That means they can see everything with just looking forward. They can see everything from back here all the way around the front. They just can't see things immediately behind them. That's the only place they can't see it. They have a really huge range of vision. But it also means, because it's flat, that they have to look up with their head to be able to see up or down. It's so flat and so narrow that they can't just like look up and see things. They have to move their whole head. Okay, I like this, but I want this to kind of come down first a little bit right here. So watch this. I'm going to erase a little bit of this. I want this to kind of come down, and then I want to start another bump right here, like that. Okay, and then we got to do a big ear, of course. We got to do their ear. Some of them have really big ears, so you can go crazy with what your ears look like. And you're probably not wrong. Some big ones, some short ones. There we go. Let's finish up the body, our jelly bean body. Let's do those legs. So in the back here, we're gonna kind of go a little diagonal line and kind of, or you can just curve it. It doesn't really matter. You can curve it. Regardless, it just needs to kind of come down like that at some point. And then the back, we've drawn these a lot. We're probably getting really good at these now. These kind of legs. We see them on horses and giraffes and all sorts of four-legged animals. They kind of, their legs are, the back legs especially, are that funky little shape. So we're gonna go down like this, and then we're gonna go forward a little bit, like that. Ooh, I was close on my spacing. I almost ran out of room. And then I'm gonna copy this leg. So you get that leg back there? Sorry, I'll slow down. Sometimes I get a little carried away. They got these really strong legs, and they have really good balance. They don't look like animals that would have fantastic balance, but they're really agile. I mean, they're really quick and can move really easily, and they're really good at balancing. So you'll see some like mountain goats that can scale like cliff walls, and they can just hold on barely up there, but they have fantastic balance. It's really, really cool. So you might see these on top of other animals. I've seen goats on top of cows. I've seen goats in trees. They're pretty funny. I think that's why I want a goat. Maybe I get lucky and get one that screams like a person. Alrighty, let's draw the front legs now. We'll just draw little straight lines down here, like this. But we'll have them taper. That means go from big to small, like this. Yeah, I think I want the legs to be shorter. Now that I'm looking over here, they don't need such long legs. Here we go. Let's do that. Let's do those little stubbier legs. That looks much more goat-like. They don't have long giraffe legs. Okay, so we've done that. Let's do maybe we can pull this out a little bit, give them a little bit of a chest, and then we can do another line right over here next to it and cut it off a little bit short because it's on the other side. That means this part needs to be erased in the front. And then back here, we'll try to do something very similar. We'll just try to maybe draw a line right here. And we'll kind of go like this. We'll just kind of copy what we've done right over here. And then we'll draw little lines there for their hooves, just to kind of be simple. Make it a lot easier. All right, I like that belly. Normally I try to like make that belly look a little better, but that's what their bellies look like. They eat nonstop, and they eat, like I said, they eat anything. I was wanting one for my yard so it would eat all my grass for me, and they will eat all the grass. Sometimes people actually rent them out. They'll actually rent a big herd of goats, and they'll put them in their fields or whatever just to take down all the grass. If it's too long, they can level it all out or basically do all their landscaping for them, which is pretty awesome. Alrighty. Oh, my goat's looking pretty good. Oh, we got to draw the little tail. Maybe I should probably a little lower. I don't know. Something like that. We got to draw the tail on here, but that bottom's pretty big. Do I need to bring this up a little? I mean, he does kind of have a bit of a bum on him. I keep saying him one because I'm naming this one Hezekiah after my son, who really likes goats, but also because this is a billy goat. You can tell by his big goatee and his horns, and those are called, so boy goats are called billy goats, and girl goats or female goats are called nannies, and kids are the little baby ones are called kids. Maybe we'll do the little tail. Now their tail sticks up most of the time unless they are sad or scared, I think. I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I believe that's why you always see their tails up. That's their normal position. If it's down, I think there's a problem. I'll do it a little bit bigger. Maybe you want to put a little bell around the neck right here. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Should I put a bell on the neck? We'll see. We'll wait until I get to that point. But right now, I think I'm pretty good with my sketch. It's feeling very goat-like. And I think I'm ready to go to my marker. Okay, let's start with the marker. I'm going to do my outline here. There we go. So this is a chance for you also to clean up anything that you feel you might not have exactly right like you want it. This is the time to change it. See, I added like little bumps right there for where their shoulder blade will be. I'm going to add little things as I go, and you're free to do that as well. Don't feel limited by your sketch. Your sketch is a guide. So it's just kind of to help you with the groundwork, so you're like, oh yeah, it's kind of the skeleton or the frame of the house. Lots of different scenarios you could use there. There we go. And then I'm going to give them a little thing. Maybe you put the bottom teeth on. They have the big bottom teeth that stick out. Maybe I want that nose. You know, I'm going to make that nose black. Just because I already know what I want to do. If you want to color a different color, don't color it in quite yet. And then I'm going to do this shape right underneath, right under there where their jaw is. They kind of have a pronounced jaw. And then I'm going to do this shape. I might just draw it like that and then draw a few little lines right there just to show that it's hairy, and then I'll color it in. All right, let's draw my line right here. And then make sure I get the chest in there. Now, some of these goats have long hair, long flowy hair. Maybe you want to add long hair to yours. I want to see what that looks like. But I'm really excited to see what kind of goats you do. Maybe yours doesn't have horns. Maybe yours is more of a mountain goat type. I think I'll do a specific one for a mountain goat or a longhorn sheep. Maybe we should draw one of those next. That'll be a lot of fun. Got those really cool horns. All right, so let's draw that big old belly. There you go. Oh, do you want to hear something very, very interesting that I learned about goats? Good, okay. I was hoping you'd say yes. All right, so I learned that goats have accents. They have accents just like we do. So if you don't know what an accent is, it's basically when you all speak the same language, but it all sounds still different depending on where you're at. Usually if you're in a different part of the country, or here in America, if you're up in the north, you may sound different than if you're in the south. Or if you're on the west or the east, it all sounds very different, even in different countries, because in Australia they speak English and we speak English here, but we sound very, very different. And I like, for example, say things like y'all, because my family's from West Virginia. So those types of differences are the sound, but it's the same language, it's just a different sound. And goats have different sounds, and they can even adapt to different areas. If you move the goats to a different area, their voice might change or their accent might change. That is the coolest. I had no idea. All right, I'll stop geeking out about their accents, but I thought that was a really cool thing that goats do. It's kind of funny when we start learning about animals, we learn that they're not that crazy different from us sometimes. There's a lot of things that they do that we do. All right, let's draw those big old floppy ears. Like a leaf shape there. I'm going to draw the eye. I was tempted to draw the rectangular pupil, but I'm not going to lie. They kind of creep me out. I like goats, but they kind of creep me out. Unless you're looking at baby goats, little kid goats. Oh my goodness, they are the cutest. If you've not seen little kid goats, maybe some of you have a goat or goats. That's pretty cool. I'm jealous. But if you've seen little kid goats playing around and bouncing around, it is the cutest thing ever. Alrighty, well, I think, you know what I might do? I might add a few little lines here to show that it's got fur on it. Like that. You see me do this all the time. And maybe we'll do, some lines up here on the horns. That'll be fun. There. All I need to do now is go erase all of the sketch, and then I'm off to coloring. But I'm going to let you guys do your thing. If you need to pause and catch up, do that. Right now I'm going to go do my coloring, and we'll catch up right after. And there we go. I had a few issues there around with the face, but I sorted those out with some of my white out. I covered an area that I didn't want to color. But hopefully you guys had a fun time coloring yours. So did you think of a name for your goat yet? Awesome. Well, like I said, I'm going to name mine Hezekiah after my son who absolutely loves goats. And I'm proud of what I made. So what do I need to do? That's right. I need to sign my name. Make sure everybody knows that I'm proud of what I made. Well, I hope you guys had a really good time. I know I did, and hopefully you're proud of your goats. If you want to keep doing this, we do this Monday through Friday every single week. So please subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed this video in particular, drop it a like, and I'll make sure to do more of these. And remember, just if you want to show me your artwork, you can just tag us at Brave Kids Art Club on Instagram, or you can email us directly so we get to see your artwork. I love seeing what you guys make. And also, submit any suggestions you have for animals that you want us to tackle in future videos. All right, you guys, well, be brave, be creative, but most importantly, be you. All right, we'll see you guys next time.